Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the horse. So welcome back all my horsey friends, and welcome to the year of the snake. Happy Chinese New Year. We are now officially in the year of the snake. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed and left comments and hit that like button over the last year. It's been a fantastic sort of privilege actually to be doing this for you. So thank you for everybody that has left a comment when it resonates or gives you guidance, and please do continue. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we will be doing readings for you guys every week. So let's start about there. And we're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take this one from the middle. We're going to take this one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got a white and two blacks there. We've got a positive moving into those two negatives. So let's try not to be all doom and gloom with those two negatives, because as I've said before, black isn't always an attack and white isn't always all right. It all depends on that compatibility when we flip them over. Something's changed. Something big has happened. It's coming very, very quickly. You did not expect it, and you certainly don't appreciate it. You're adapting. You've had to adapt. It's almost like you didn't expect the outspoken kind of almost passive-aggressive way that this has been conducted. It's almost like you wish somebody had been a bit more blunt with you, been honest with you perhaps. That rabbit is in the positive, but I think it's more of where you've come from and where you are almost in ignorance just before you hit the wall. Almost like in denial, like it's not going to happen. So that's got you up a little bit in spirit and in enthusiasm. But this change, when it comes in, you're not gonna like it too much. And you're okay with change as a rule. You're a very changeable, adaptable person. So much so that some people find it hard to rely on you, because you can be very flippant almost. But I think right now this has irked you, this has upset you, this has got your back up. Maybe not so much where you've lost your temper and you're angry about it, but you're certainly not appreciating where it's taking you. Mainly because you can see where it's headed. You can already see something fishy's going on. And that is going to make you want to retreat. That is going to make you want to recoil. That is going to make you want to take a step back. Especially if you're already leading the charge. If you're already the one at the front and everybody else is following you, it's definitely going to want to make you reconsider certain decisions that you might have to make, or the choices that you are about to make. Another catalyst. Two catalytic cards there to shift things up a bit, change things, and phase things out, phase things in, phase things out. Something's ending, so something new can begin. Not a great compatibility with the boar and the horse. Then again, not a very good compatibility with the rabbit either. That rabbit's just in the positive and is a little bit more compatible than the pig, but the pig card is there nonetheless. Yeah. Maybe trying to move on too quickly wasn't the best bet. Maybe trying to outrun something didn't necessarily work out for you. Or at least you're starting to realise that. Change begets more change here. It's almost like a domino effect. Somewhere along the line, at some point, it has to stop falling, right? It has to. But that's not yet. And this might be falling in a very, very slow way, or not as quickly as you would want it to. And as you're quite quick-paced yourself, potentially, you feel like you're being held back. You feel like you could potentially adapt to this a lot better if it wasn't for all the restrictions in place that are slowing you down. But you can work this out. As I say, you're very adaptable. Change isn't the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You understand that change is inevitable. You understand that it is a constant in life. It's just some change can frustrate. Some change can bring more problems. Some change can be not what you'd think it was worth, or not worth the hassle. And I think that's kind of what the change is now. As you're moving forward, it's almost like you're like, this isn't worth the hassle. This isn't something that you necessarily want to give too much time and attention to. Unfortunately, you have to get back up on your feet. You have to process this and work through this to get over it and get to where you need to be. And it's not going to happen as quickly as you would like. And you may become very attached to how things used to be and want to go backwards. But unfortunately, especially for horse people, there's no such thing as backwards. Horses don't go backwards. They can stand still for a while, they can walk in circles for a bit, but they certainly don't go backwards. And the fact that you could be potentially contemplating that just goes to show how much maybe this change is actually affecting you. And you might be reluctant to continue pushing forward. 3 catalyst cards. Big changes. We're losing stuff. Something's being taken away, isn't it? Something's being removed. This isn't something that you're just sort of dealing with. This is something that has actually been thrust upon you, and you've had no choice but to get over it, move on, or be pushed. As I say, you've been sort of pushed into this place. You've been made to face it, regardless of how naive or ignorant you wanted to be to it, be towards it. You can be the most naive person in the world, but if the rug is pulled out from underneath you, you have no choice now but to deal with it. And that's not something that you're going to have to deal with potentially on your own. And that is just moving through this, dodging the obstacles, and potentially just trying to get a better result than it could have been. You got 2 choices, really. Stand still for a little while longer. Try and understand, try and observe, try and get some clarity and understanding from this. Try to comprehend the situation. Or fight it and go up against it. Push back and see what happens. I don't think you're being in a overly aggressive mood or anything. It's not like you're in an aggressive place where this is all coming from a hateful, horrible place. I don't think it's like that. You're not angry. I feel maybe you're just, as I say, you're very wary of what's going to happen next. You're very wary of the consequences of what happens and what could potentially happen. That rabbit and that pig, not good. Not good, because the change is basically removing something from your life, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. And yet again, you're going to have to adapt to it. You could fight it, go up against it, but I just don't think you're in that place. So potentially it's now just a case of wait around and find out what happens. Because you're not the type of person just to follow anybody or just take anybody's advice. So you're going to wait around, you're going to try and work this out, and maybe, just maybe, try and gather a few allies along the way to help you get that clarity that you've been searching for. But we'll find out, won't we, when we come back next week and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the horse. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the sheep. So if you are interested in what those guys are up to, I will see you over in a video for them next. If you would, however, like a more in-depth reading for you, you can follow the link below for the Patreon. You can subscribe to that, and you can have a monthly reading personalized for you, which will be longer, as I will use 9 cards, and it will be more intense and in-depth. Check it out. If not, no worries. I'll just see you next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.